What's up, guys? It's Parker Cody. I'm here in my personal training studio on Newbury Street in Boston, and I thought it was imperative for me to put together an at-home full-body workout that you guys can do while you may be stuck in your homes or apartments over the next, who knows how long, several weeks. Because not doing anything, even if your gym is closed, it's just going to make things worse. So you'll actually feel better mentally, physically, emotionally if you do a workout. So this is for all skill levels. Doesn't matter if you've ever touched a weight before. And it's all body weight stuff or things you can find easily at any home. So and I also included some variations too. A lot of the things are very low impact. So like if you have neighbors in your apartment or stuff like that, you won't be doing jump squats and shaking the whole building. So I think that it's going to make you guys feel really good. So just let me know in the comments if you did the workout and if you liked it, because I can still make tons of different variations of them for you guys while we're kind of stuck in this predicament we're in. So I hope you guys find it helpful. I'm glad that I'm able to offer some help in my own way. And thank you guys again for showing interest in it, and I hope you like it. Okay, so for our warm-up, we're going to do mountain climbers, but instead of doing them the traditional way with like this, which I guess is still pretty quiet, we can do it on towels. So grab a couple towels from your bathroom. You can even do it with paper towels too. I know those are kind of a precious resource now, but anything that will let it slide will work. So you set up a push-up position, and then keep the back flat, and then just bring the legs in like that. So this one we're going to time for 30 seconds, okay? We're going to superset this with another exercise called plank jacks. So for these, we're going to get into a low plank. Use some sort of a mat or pillow or pad, and then put your feet on the towels, and then just extend out. Okay, so same thing. We're gonna do those for 30 seconds. If you don't have a slick floor or tile in your apartment or house, you can very easily do this. It's pretty tough. You can do this on the ground. So for the plank jacks, you can go low plank like this. And again, for the mountain climbers, you can go here. Just like that, okay? On to the next. Okay guys, so after the warm-up, the first exercise we're gonna do is push-ups, okay? Very classic exercise. I'm still gonna show you the right form on it. And we're gonna do 3 sets of 15 reps, okay? I understand some of you won't be able to do that, so there's a variation you can do from your knees, okay? So I'll show both right now. So traditional push-up, hands here, shoulders over the hands, feet pretty close together. Stretch through the shoulder, lower down, and then breathe out as you come up. Just like that, okay? So if you don't think you can do push-ups or know you can't do push-ups, just go from your knees, okay? The big mistake people make when they do push-ups from their knees is that their hips are usually back, okay? So they go like that. But what you want to do is just pretend that your knees are your new feet, right? So still nice and straight, walk it out like this, okay? So okay? And you can also start with the traditional push-up and then go to that if you do hit failure, okay? So now we're gonna move on to the lower body, doing some traditional body weight squats, okay? These are pretty mild, so you can actually get pretty high in reps. We're aiming for like 25 to even 50 if you're feeling really motivated, okay? So for a body weight squat, there's so many things you can do with your hands. You can put them here, behind your back, arms out, and you can just keep them by your side. Doesn't matter, but what matters is what the legs are doing, right? So I'll show you from the side so you can see. And I will keep my arms out here just so you can see better. So the first thing in a squat is very simple. First off, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And then you're just gonna drop the hips back, Keep the chest up, look straight ahead, back flat. And always lead with the hips. Don't lead with the knees, okay? So hips back, and then the knees will naturally follow, okay? Breathing out as you come up, and then squeeze the quads when you come up as well, okay? Okay guys, so after the squats, we're gonna move on to body weight alternating lunges. They're one of my favorite all-time leg exercises. If you're one of my clients, you'll know that. It just works the legs in just complete entirety, and especially the glutes too. So just a couple form things to keep in mind. Hands above the head, right here. Step forward, okay? And then just alternate. Keep looking straight ahead, and then make sure that the back knee goes down to about an inch or so above the ground, okay? Like that. Breathe out as you go up. And a couple other things. If you step too close, you'll know, because it'll be like this, and obviously it's not good form. And if you step way too far, you won't be able to do it properly either. So kind of right in the mid-range, where you can kind of comfortably lower down, and you make about a 90-degree angle with your leg, give or take a few degrees. And the other thing too, if you find yourself off balance, which people do sometimes, just keep your abs really flexed, like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. When you do that, you're really solid and strong. So another mistake people make on lunges is that they try to compensate for the distance between the feet. So you're gonna start at about shoulder width, but if you go inward like that, as opposed to stepping straight out, you can get a little wobbly. So if you go inward like this, puts the leg at a bit of an odd angle, you can get really off balance. So what you wanna do is go straight on. So here, extend the leg straight out, then drop, like that, okay? Okay, so as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's an equipment-free workout, but we do have to get creative to bring the arms into it. So I'm gonna use two items that you should all have in your house: a chair, and then also just a backpack or any bag of any sort. It could be a bag of groceries, whatever, just to provide some resistance. So we're just gonna do an arm superset with these two simple items, okay? I do this in hotels sometimes if they don't have a hotel gym. So it's just a nice thing to do if you're, like we all are, kind of stuck now. So first thing you're gonna do is dips. So you're gonna sit on the edge of a chair and rotate the elbows backwards so they actually contract properly, the triceps do. Because if your elbows start here and you go to the sides, it's really bad for the shoulders. So step it here, elbows back, and then step out. I like to do them like this. But if that's too tough, you can just bring your knees in like that, okay? Okay. So after that, we're gonna superset right to alternating curls. So take a backpack, fill it with whatever you got, and then do a cross-body curl like that, okay? And then we'll switch sides. Okay guys, this next exercise is actually pretty tricky, but it's a really direct way to hit the shoulders with only using your body weight. So it's called a pike push-up. So what you're gonna do is get into a pike position where you essentially just bend half at the waist and keep your toes up like that. And then you just fall into a push-up while keeping everything else locked. Just like that, okay? So that's gonna work the shoulders quite well because you're inverting your body and all attention's gonna be right there. You guys are doing awesome so far. We're gonna finish up with an ab circuit to tie this whole thing together. We're also gonna include the lower back, so that's not left out, because all the core muscles are really important to stay strong, now and really anytime, because it's gonna help prevent injuries, make your posture better too. So I'm gonna go through proper form on each of the moves, and then after that, you guys will be done. Okay, so the first three of the abs and core moves, we're gonna need a mat or a carpet or something similar like that, just to, just make it a little more comfortable for you, okay? The first exercise we're gonna do, pretty common, I'm sure you guys have tried it or seen it. It's called the bicycle crunch, okay? So a couple things to keep in mind. You want to have your fingers behind your ears, not hands behind the head, pulling on the neck, okay? Secondly, keep the elbows wide. Because a lot of times people just go like this and it doesn't really do much. Because the whole point of this is to get the shoulder blades off the mat so that you can contract the abdominals and the obliques, okay? So, and the other key too is just to be nice and smooth with it. So fingers behind the ears, and then extend one leg out, crunch toward the knee, don't have to touch it, okay? And then just rotate. Like that, already feeling those. So that's our first one. And the key again too, like keep the shoulder blades off the mat the whole time. And you're just kind of rotating nice and smoothly off of it, okay? The next thing we're gonna go right into is called the toe crunch. It's mainly for the upper abs. So you're here, feet up, arms extended, crunch toward your toes. The abs are already partially contracted with the legs being up, so it's a pretty short range of motion, but you'll feel that one a lot. And then what we're gonna do for the lower back is lay face down on the mat and palms up like this, and then everything up and then back down. It's called a prone cobra, okay? So back down. Make sure on the part you go back down, you actually relax the back so it doesn't like pull or strain or anything like that. But when you do that, we lift the arms and the quads and the legs up, you're gonna feel the lower back light up like that. So it's a really cool body weight way to train the lower back when you may not have one of these in your apartment. All right, so I'm gonna have to grab the chair for the last exercise, and then we'll be good. All right guys, so the abs exercise that we just did target the upper abs and obliques primarily, and also of course the lower back with the prone cobra. So we can't leave out the lower portion of the abs. So that's what we're gonna target right now, okay? So just sit on the edge of a chair or sit on the edge of a chair or a bench. This might be hard to do if you go right here. But hey, it's realistic because you guys probably have dogs or kids at home. And you're gonna sit on the edge of the chair or bench, or even a couch if you're brave enough to do it. Right here, and then you're just gonna draw the knees toward the chest. So lean back slightly, breathe out as you draw your knees to the chest. Like that, okay? And keep in mind, it's not a leg raise like this. You're just gonna draw like, try to keep somewhat of a straight line for your shins as you pull up. All right, so I'm so glad you guys did the workout. I hope you guys loved it. I can make tons of these. Just tell me in the comments or DM me if you guys liked it a lot. Because, you know, it's so important for all of our mental and emotional health. Obviously physical health too, but working out is so much more than that. So yeah, I'm hoping I can help more. So thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned.